Have you been to the grocery store lately and been shocked by the prices? Hi, it's Tracy, and I've also been watching my grocery bill increase. So in this video, we're going to discuss some easy tips to help you reduce that grocery bill. We're going to cover all the main themes such as planning ahead, smart shopping, in-store strategies, and after shopping, and more. Now please like and subscribe to help out a new channel. I appreciate all of you and the support, and let's chat. Now the very first thing you need to do is plan ahead. So this is going to include everything such as making a shopping list, meal planning, and setting a budget. A combination of all three of these will help you save lots of money. So let's chat about these more. Now I know this might seem obvious, but I have to say it because it's also one of the most important ones, and that is having a list. You have to have a list, and if you don't have one, well, maybe wait until you do. As we all know what happens when we go into a store without one. You're going to end up buying more things than you need, or unnecessary things that might go to waste, like fruits and veggies that have a shorter lifespan. And all this ends up meaning that you'll spend more money. So when you're making that list, and for me personally, I shop the sales. So these are the key items that are going on my list. I then build meal ideas around those items and what I already have in the pantry. Also, before I go shopping, I look in my fridge and I give it a quick clean, and then I check the inventory of what I already have. And just because you plan doesn't mean it's set in stone. So sometimes I have an idea for a week, but you change your mind and life happens, and that's okay. Just make sure you write a list and try to stay close to it when you're out shopping. It's also a great idea when making a list to kind of set a general budget. So determine how much you want to spend and try and stick to that budget or prioritize those key items. If you want to hit a set dollar amount, you might have to pick more cheaper items instead of eating something really expensive like steak or lobster. Moving on to my next tip, and that's smart shopping. So this is going to include everything from using coupons, buying in bulk, comparing prices, and shopping the sales. So this is the favorite way that I use to help save money in the store, and the more you stack, the more you'll save, versus using coupons. Now this can include things like your store apps. I fully take advantage of this and use my store loyalty programs and discounts. Many times I can save on individual products, but also on the grand total as well. Moving on, I try and buy things in bulk. Focus on things like non-perishable items and staples. I have a pretty big pantry so I can store lots of stuff, and over the years I also upgraded to a deep freeze so I can store more things like meat. Recently, my favorite coffee went on sale, and I know I can't get it any cheaper, and it has about a 2-year expiry date, so I ended up buying a whole year's worth of coffee. Yes, it's expensive up front, but now I'll never have to pay full price for that coffee again. And the last thing I want to chat about in this category is ensuring you compare prices. So check the stores and the other stores and figure out where the cheapest stuff is, but also compare prices per unit, and this is the game changer. Yes, it's hard to do all that math in your head, but most stores have a price tag label, and what I do is I do a quick scan of the label instead of the prices. Now this way you ensure you're getting the cheapest price, because on the label it will tell you how much it is per unit. Now you've prepared in the store a list of all your items, all your sale items. Here are some quick in-store strategies to help you save it even more. Number 1, if possible, don't bring your kids. I love my kids, but it's hard to stay focused on the unit prices, and they're always wanting to put some extra stuff in the cart. So if possible, leave them at home. Number 2, shop with a full stomach. Another popular one, but it does work. Eat before you go and your bill will be lower. Number 3 is avoid any convenience foods. So try to stick to the outer edges of the store to get the healthier items, and also avoid those pre-cut foods that are more expensive. Yes, I used to do this for fruit, but I stopped when the prices of food got too crazy. It's a quick win on the wallet too. Number 4 is checking those expiration dates. So choose products with the longer expiration dates to ensure that you don't waste it and your money. And number 5 is use cash. So this is optional, as paying with cash can help you stick to your budget, but for me, I like to use my credit card because I get points, and I always pay my credit card off in full. Now when you get home, follow these 3 tips to help you save even more. Number 1 is to ensure your food is stored properly. While this should be common knowledge, but keeping your groceries fresh longer by storing them properly will help you save money. Know what goes on the counter versus what goes on the fridge. Now this can be tricky for some fruits and veggies, so don't store your produce based on how it's displayed at the store. And not all produce should be stored in the refrigerator. Things like melon, unless it's already cut up, tomatoes, ever wonder why they shrivel up? Onions, potatoes, and some of the citrus fruits should never be actually stored in the refrigerator. Also, when you go grocery shopping, put the new food items that you just bought behind the older items of the same type. This is how commercial kitchens use the method to reduce their food waste, and it can help you too. And number 2 is try cooking in batches. So I do this all the time. I prepare large meals and I freeze portions for the future. And number 3 is avoiding food waste. How many times have you looked in the fridge and think, wow, there's nothing in here to eat, but instead, there's nothing in here I want to eat. My tip here is to use your leftovers. So try and make new meals or keep an eye on the expiration dates and use them before they go bad. If you need to, just stick them in the freezer for a quick meal later. And lastly, here are a couple more random tips that I use to save money. Grow your own herbs or veggies. If you have the space, growing your own food can help you save money. I live in a tiny apartment. I grow things on my patio, like easy things like lettuce and strawberries. Join a wholesale club like Costco. I love shopping their sales once a month. I know which items I can buy in bulk and save on, which is super helpful for families. My kids seem to eat a ton these days. And that's it. By incorporating some of these tips, you can reduce your grocery bill. The more you do, the more you'll save. Let me know which ones you do or which ones I've missed. I love reading your comments. Until my next money-related video, much thanks, much love, Tracy.